Last time on Band of Bothers, the group had ventured into the tower of the missing wizard Elros, where they made their way past traps, puzzles and monstrosities to learn that Elros had opened the rift intentionally to experiment on the cosmic energy's effects on creatures. The group battled swarms of monsters pouring out of the rift. It managed to seal it, with Snork and Amy casting the spell needed to close it. The source is gone and the containment ritual is in place. You have succeeded your quest and saved Southern Aldwater from becoming a Lovecraft-inspired hellscape.
Lovecraft encrusted. Ugh.
Okay, so there's someone else involved.
Everyone, it is time to level up. So you are now level 4. Barlam is multi-classing at this level into wizard.
Hey.
He rolled maximum hit points. He is a universalist, so it kind of grants not very good arcane school powers, but because he's multi-classing into a prestige class soon, the school powers are going to be wasted anyway, so he's actually made a very smart move. Okay, so we'll level Frieda up, so roll 1d8 please.
Yay!
6.
Your hit points have gone up to 22. Your base attack bonus goes up, your fortitude and your will save goes up. You get resist nature's law and wild shape.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
The druid gains the ability to turn themselves into any small or medium animal and back again once per day. The effect lasts for 1 hour per druid level. Resist nature's law gives you a +4 on saving throw from spell-like and supernatural abilities of the Fae and any plant-based magic. You gain 5 skill points, I think.
1 in Escape Artist, 1 in Heal, 2 in Spellcraft, 1 in Swim, I guess, because it's -4.
And you can cast 1 extra level 1 and level 2 spell per day.
Me next then.
So you roll a d8 as well.
5.
That brings you up to 35 hit points. You gain the exact same things I just told Joe. And you have 4 skill points to assign wherever you like.
I put 1 into heal, handle animal, 1 in knowledge nobility, and 1 in survival.
Snork, can you please roll me, what do you get, like a d6, don't you, for being a sorcerer?
You rolled
That's
poorly.
the first time that's happened. You rolled a 1, so you're up to 20. Your base attack bonus goes up, and your will save goes up. As a sorcerer, you gain access to 2nd level spells now. Only 1.
Fire sneeze?
I drew that.
That's your spell. Level 2. Oh, but you get an extra cantrip as well.
I have dancing lights.
You can either take 3 skill points in a hit point, or 4 skill points.
I'll take the skill points. Stealth, ride, knowledge arcana, and a spellcrafter.
Okay, cool. Hello and welcome to Band of Bothers, an actual play Pathfinder Dogcast, now with 50% more dogs.
Whoa!
I am Stephen, your friend and GM of this show, and with me today I have Josephine.
Hello!
Who are you playing?
I am playing Frieda, the half-elf druid, with my companion Teapot.
And Edgar.
Hello, I'm playing Alpheus, the doge-headed wolf shaman druid. With me I have Snuffles, he's a white wolf.
And Pete.
I'm Snork! I'm a goblin sorcerer, I'm 33, and I like to live in hovels. Please go out with me, I'm lonely.
And Twermus.
Hello, I'm Barlam, the rogue, who has had enough of this shit.
Haven't we all?
We begin as you're all outside of Elros's tower. Berkeley has suggested that you all set up camp for the night, since most of you are quite exhausted. Physically, mentally, and magically. Whilst he still has quite a lot of juice left to go, so he feels he can protect you from any bleed things or squirrels that come your way.
Good.
I'm already asleep.
Well, it's not that late.
He's an old man. Oh well, 31.
Alpheus pulls out a marker and draws a moustache on Barlam.
Aw.
I let loose a really wet doggo that I recently washed
Snuffles.
I suppose Alpheus would be trying to dry him off as best as possible then.
before he runs off and shakes himself.
Is it like forcing him to shake off water, and when the water hits Alpheus, he shakes off water?
Yeah.
And it creates like a dynamo or like a car wash.
And then you hit Berkeley and he shakes off as well because he's also a doge.
And then they just go towards someone like Snork and just like car wash him.
As you're setting up camp, Amy will come to you all and she says to you, so, if we're setting up camp, I think I should go find Kyrad. He shouldn't be too far away since he was keeping close to the lake. And if I fly, I should see him from above. I'll let him know what's happened and bring him back as soon as I can.
Yes, that would be brilliant because he does need to really know what's happened here. We do need to relay those details back.
Honestly, I thank you all so much for doing such an incredible job with the Rift. You all make a really great team, you know.
Yeah.
I am asleep and I can't hear this because the amount of sugary sweetness pouring out that girl's mouth will rot our teeth.
She just smiles and she's like, I'll come back as soon as I can. I'll see you soon. And she'll jump up onto the back of her golden owl.
I thought that owl died.
Yeah, me too.
She can resummon it.
Oh.
It takes like a minute to resummon, so when it dies in combat, you're screwed, because a minute in combat is basically the entire battle.
Oh.
But she can resummon it multiple times per day.
Question: if you seal off extra planar beings, like after you summon them, and if you can do that many times to one planar being or eidolon, wouldn't that be a resealable eidolon? Like if you bought like a bag of nuts or whatever, and the bag is resealable, so it's a resealable owl.
Yes.
I'll give that joke about 1 out of 5.
Yeah.
Eidolons now come in a handy resealable bag.
Yeah.
But anyway, so she spends the minute to summon her owl and jumps up onto its back as it takes off effortlessly. It is about a foot taller than her, but easily strong enough to carry her. And she'll wave and fly off, looking to find Kyrad.
Okay.
So we've established that Frida is washing the pets, Barlam is sleeping, and I guess that means Snork is kind of in charge of setting up tents.
Fire!
That's what I was worried about.
I'll say Alpheus is setting up tents. I'm just letting loose the wet pets until I finish washing the teapot.
Really want to see if I can set up a tent. Shall I roll for that?
It'll be amazing.
If you want to, roll a flat d20.
Oh dear. His tent falls on top of him.
The fire is involved.
Oh shit.
Alpheus has to go and deal with that. So, whilst Berkeley is watching you guys dick around, he's going to walk over to Barlam, who's sleeping or pretending to be asleep,
I'm pretending to sleep.
and tosses a book into your lap.
I thought you meant onto my tent that's on fire.
Come on, mate. Just because you're relaxing doesn't mean you get to slack off. You've shown such amazing progress in the arcane arts. You can't stop now.
With my constitution 8, like my doctor told me, you shouldn't throw stuff on me because my lap is tender.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
I almost died. Anyway, I start reading it out of boredom.
Magical Theories, Volume 1. I'll be testing you on it in the morning, so make sure you read it thoroughly.
Okay.
If you fail your test, you're in detention. If you pass your test, I'll buy you a spell book.
Oh, I read it already because it's like 6 pages, like introductory booklet.
There's a good lad. He just pats you on the back. If you have any questions or need a hand understanding any of it, just ask me or Snork. He's a bit of a nutter, but the little bastard did complete basic training before we kicked him out.
I'm just running round going, woohoo, I did something!
How do I summon money?
That's going to be a much higher level ability, so you better get studying.
Oh, you're implying that I could do that in the future.
There's plenty of money-making opportunities when you're magic.
But no. Specifically, can I summon money?
It has to come from somewhere. You might piss someone off, but why the hell not?
His gusto for reading the magical leaflets grows much higher, like 300%.
Magic can do pretty much anything, so why not?
Can we rob a bank?
Yes, you can.
I pose we rob a bank.
Could you download a car?
Yes, I would if I could.
Wow,
With magic, you can.
that's...
What's his car?
Next time on Band of Bothers, downloading a car and robbing a bank.
3D prints a revolution.
Now that you're reading the book, Berkeley just kind of grins and then notices Snuffles sniffing around his pack. And he just grins, goes, "Oi!" and chases after him. Alpheus, you see as the two dogs are now running around and wrestling with each other. Looks like a lot of fun.
Alpheus decides at this point to go to the pack that Snuffles was sniffing around in to see what Snuffles was sniffing around for.
Snuffer sniffing, sniffer snapping.
It is Berkeley's pack. Would you like to make a perception check?
I would love to make a perception check. Here we go.
With a +4 for using your nose.
25.
You smell in Berkeley's pack.
Need to smell.
He has various meat-based produce like sausages in his pack.
Excellent.
They actually smell cooked for some reason.
Alpheus does some shifty eyes, make sure no one's watching, and then
I am watching.
takes the sausages. And he sees Barlam watching, and he stares at Barlam as he takes the sausages.
Roll for stealth, that'd be funny.
It is a comedically long string of cooked sausages. Roll sleight of hand.
9.
Perception 14.
Oh, he rolled a 9. Everyone can see this. Berkeley now sees you and is like, "Oi!"
Alpheus slowly puts the sausages back in.
Too late.
No. Snork runs over, starts pulling them out with you. Sausages! Woohoo! Food!
Berkeley and Snuffles are sprinting over to tackle both of you.
No!
I'm seeing like a magician who's normally pulling like links of cloth from his clothing, and they're pulling links of sausage. There's 100 sausages in a spiral in the air.
Yeah. Now there is a 4-man dog pile.
Quite literally.
It's like a Katamari dog pile.
And it's a literal sausage party.
There's 3 dogs and a snork.
So 3 dogs and a snork equals a dog.
That was quite funny, that.
Let's continue.
Barlam, the book you're reading, it's actually quite interesting. You're able to understand it easily. Roll me a intelligence check. Let's see how quickly you can grasp all this.
So that's 5.
Oh dear.
Maybe it's a bit boring. You've kind of gone over some of this stuff before, so you're kind of...
6 pages. Ugh.
Also, you're kind of distracted by the shenanigans going on, so you'll maybe roll again later.
Be quiet, you all rascals.
No!
I'll pull out my pipe and start smoking.
Snork, Berkeley has you in a headlock.
Sausages!
That picture is horrible.
What are you going to do about it?
Just cry.
What you gonna do about it? Cry? Yes.
So Alpheus is still in this pile, yeah? So he will try to readjust his head just to a position where he can get at the sausages easier.
Okay, roll me a dexterity check.
15.
Snork is in a headlock, but he's still got the sausages. He's kind of trying to keep them away. You know, like someone who's reaching and the other person's reaching a little bit further?
Yeah.
And you're there in this bundle, and you can just get your head into a position where you can start eating some of the sausages that are hanging off.
Excellent.
We didn't need that.
I start spinning in circles to wrap the sausages around me.
Oh no. Everyone's in a bundle, so you have now wrapped this ring of sausages around everyone.
Quick, Alpheus, eat away! They will take them off us!
Snuffles is eating as well now.
Shush! I shout. Oh, actually, I shout, sit.
Alpheus sits as best he can.
Will Snuffles follow Alpheus's lead?
I don't think he would. He'd need a handle animal check for that, I guess.
Roll a d20.
I rolled a 7 for handle animal. Sit! What about Berkeley?
No.
Oh.
Berkeley's like the boss around this place.
What? It's not.
So just Alpheus sits on the sausages.
Snuffles manages to get a good number of sausages. Eventually, the situation wraps up.
Hey.
Snuffles gets the sausages and he runs off with them, unwrapping Berkeley and Snork. Snork, you've got a dog as well, don't you?
Has he?
A Burmese mountain dog.
Oh, yeah. He comes barreling out of nowhere with his chariot in tow.
Ow! Balls of fire!
Yeah, everyone forgot about this giant Burmese mountain dog who bowls everyone over like they're Skittles, and he just eats that sausages happily.
Damn it. We never named that dog.
He's a dog.
It's a chariot dog.
His name's Fluffles.
His name is Chariot.
I told you this was now a Dogcast.
Now with 100% more dog.
Dog anecdotes. Doggy dotes.
So they chase after him, and there's shenanigans for a number of hours, but this is just dogs having fun. After the shenanigans come to an end and everyone sets up camp, I'm assuming Frida will cook for everyone. Everyone's able to rest and relax, and everyone seems to be in pretty high spirits from things that had gone on. Okay, so is there anything the rest of anyone wants to do before hitting the hay?
Snork's asleep with a belly full of sausages anyway.
Yeah, I'm finishing making tea and whatever I found in the pack.
And what whatever you found, oh lord.
Alpheus just kind of muses and smiles at the fact he finally knows his real name and goes to sleep.
Yeah.
What is his name?
Smaz Noctura, apparently.
Smaz What? Isn't that a band name? like a new metal.
I don't know. Maybe.
So, Barlam,
Yes.
how long are you going to keep reading this for? Now the shenanigans have stopped.
Until I fall asleep.
Okay, make me another intelligence check.
Which is 3, a natural 1.
You fall asleep almost immediately after the shenanigans, so you don't get to read any more of it.
As soon as you read the first word, sleep.
Yeah, it's not very well written, this book.
Is it written by Barclay?
No,
Dr. Charles Barclay?
if it was written by Barclay, it would have more punching things involved.
Oh yeah, it would be like a comic.
So this is how you do magic.
Whoa! Pow!
Punch someone in the face and you yell your special attack move and hope something happens.
I think that's a viable source of magic. Punching!
The book he wrote is basically the Shonen's Guide to Magic.
Yeah. Anyway.
You all settle down to sleep. Alpheus, now that you're able to rest and reflect, I would like you to roll me a d20, please.
I rolled a 13.
You have a dream. It's in first person, so you don't see what you look like, but you're in this building. There are a lot of well-dressed people, but not well-dressed like an aristocrat well-dressed, more well-dressed like mafia well-dressed.
Oh.
Wow.
There is a deep sense of dread coming over you as you're kind of being escorted through these corridors along with another person, a human, a young man, looks at this point to be in his late teens, kind of a bookish sort, and he is fidgeting very nervously as you get taken through a number of doors until you come to a big ornate set of doors, and a man standing outside says to you, "The Don will see you now." The doors open and you wake up.
Oh.
Part of some mafia.
I thought it would be like a Yakuza thing. Yamero.
So is it still night when Alpheus wakes up?
Yes, what you just saw, it's more vivid than when you have a random dream. It's about as vivid as when you had dreams of that woman, that brown-haired human woman that you kept obsessing over for a while because you're just like, why do I keep dreaming of her?
Yeah.
It's that same kind of vividity. Yes, that.
This is actually a cyberpunk game where we're actually playing just Alpheus' subconscious or something.
That's amazing.
He's hooked into the machine,
Yeah.
yes.
Matrix.
Whoa.
Spoiler, Snork is the god in the machine.
Whoa.
I'm the god of chaos.
I refute this god.
You will be eliminated.
No goblin will be a god.
He's the Deus Ex Machina.
Here, get out my machine.
So Alpheus, you've woken up having had that short dream.
Okay.
That same kind of feeling of fear is still with you. You know, you're shaking a bit. Berkeley's the only one up because he said he'll keep watch all night, so the dude's just drinking a cup of coffee.
Alpheus he's not going to get up. He is just kind of going to lay there and watch the back of Berkeley for a bit, just kind of shaking. He's going to try and get back to sleep, though.
Berkeley's back is very muscular and it ripples like oiled snakes.
Yes, you can send your Alpheus X Berkeley fan art.
Finally.
Oh, no.
This is the first ship I want our podcast to have.
No. Was it going to be like Alpheus just kind of saunters over to Berkeley and goes, "Hey, handsome," and just like drapes his hands around his neck from behind? And no, we're not doing this.
They're not that kind of furries! Not that kind of furries!
And instead of trying to seduce him, he asks, "Have you got any bacon?" And then the dream ends actually.
And the true meat eating began.
Dogception.
You ate my sausages, now I'm going to eat yours.
Now, that escalated quickly.
We've gone into a dark place here.
That's Steve.
We'll take a big step back.
So you go back to sleep, you don't say anything, you just kind of calm yourself.
Yeah.
Barlam, you'll be the first one who wakes up since you're the first one who went to sleep. It is now morning. It's still early morning, and since it's winter, it's kind of got that cold early morning feel where there's dew on the grass. And
What? There's a dew on the grass? Oh shit. What did I do last
Yes.
night? So there's dew. Mountain dew.
Kyrad's here.
Shalom.
Turns out he's Jewish. But no, dew, you know, water.
Anyway, I wake up and I light up my pipe, take a swig of my whiskey or brandy, and then look if Barclay is still up.
Yeah, Barclay's still up. He's just chatting with another fella, this thin elven man with long black hair.
Wait,
Amy said she'll come back with Kyrad as soon as she can. They must have arrived in the night.
does the scene look like there's two professors smoking joints or something? It's very much evokes that imagery. There's like an elf and there's like a dog and they're like, whoa. Hey,
They're
bro.
just spacing out together.
Yeah. So I wake up and I say, hey.
Kyrad does have a pipe, and it smells like whatever he's got is probably pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
Berkeley's just drinking coffee. He's been up all night.
Morning, gentlemen.
Ah, good morning, Barlam. I hear congratulations are in order.
Well, I didn't get married, no.
Congratulations for sealing the rift.
Oh, right, yeah.
Amy was hyping you guys like the entire way back.
Right, thanks.
Do any of us wake up from the noise or anything?
You guys can wake up whenever you like, but I was saying Barlam was the first one to wake.
Okay, cool. At the talking, Alpheus will wake up. That's fine.
Any rashers left? Bacon?
There's still some leftover food that Frida cooked up last night.
I made kind of a sausage stew.
Right, I eat and I drink and I smoke and listen to the two guys.
Hang out with the old men for a while.
Yeah, because I'm not an actual old man, but I pretend to be an old man.
Yeah, Kyrad is the oldest one, but he's still fairly young for an elf.
Bloody elves.
I know, right?
Around elves, watch yourselves.
The three of you just kind of hang around having middle-aged man talk.
I wake up to a cat licking my face, and I'm just like, ugh.
Ugh.
There is also a badger there.
Oh,
Badger animus.
Pappy.
It takes me a moment to realise there's like a badger. Why is there?
What a way to wake up. What the fuck, badger?
There's a lion licking her and there's a badger on top of her.
Oh, you're Kyrad's badger.
Stop badgering her. Oh yeah, it's Pappy.
Pappy, yeah.
Yeah,
Hello, mate.
Hello.
yeah, the group named the badgers.
Are you gonna voice the badger, Peter?
Right, okay, I'm the badger. How you doing?
Oh, I don't know about that.
What grouchiest badger?
I'm a bloody badger, mate. Do you want to buy some goods?
Did you want to buy some medical marijuana?
Here, mate. Are you here to buy some goods or not? I'm a badger, a busy badger. I've got places to be, mouses to see,
Enough.
holes to dig.
So, you all wake up one by one, meet up at the fire. Amy sleeps in because, she didn't get in till really late, so she's not going to be in this conversation.
What about that little guy over there? He seems to be asleep too.
Mum's the word.
Mum's the word.
So I guess Alpheus greets Kyrad. Why not? Hi, Kyrad.
Hello.
Good morning, Alpheus. I've got to say, well done for yesterday.
Thank you.
Well done's all around. I heard what happened on the way here by Amy, and she was singing your praises the entire time.
Stop the praising. It's embarrassing.
What now for the rest of you?
Well, as a badger, I need to start digging holes.
Oi, badger.
Anyone got any mashed potato?
I'm going to be sticking around here for a while. Now that the corruption has stopped spreading and it's contained, it's now a matter of cleaning the area, so I'll be sorting that out. It'll be much easier now the rift's closed.
So you're like a world janitor.
Yeah, that's kind of Druids in a nutshell, isn't it?
Yeah.
We find the mess that people make and put some sawdust down and clean it up.
That's what we do for rabbits. Stop badgering about.
Badger went way down the rabbit hole.
Will Kyrad already know the information that we got from his notes? Would he already have that relayed to him?
He knew a lot of it. I mean, obviously he didn't know who this tower belonged to. That was kind of why he got that paperwork to begin with. He was going to find out, but then when he got back, the situation had reached kind of critical mass. He had to evacuate Arrowbrook, and he was pretty much responding to crises after that.
Pretty much the same time when Esmeralda and company reached critical sass.
Critical sass.
Yeah, I killed him. I killed her, and that was the end of that.
Well done.
Thank you.
Have a medal.
Although that young woman at the top of the tower was like Mother Sagith or something again.
Oh, yeah.
But younger.
Sagith.
Mother Saggy.
Yeah, Mother Saggy.
The weird thing is that since the mention of the name, I got this really bad mental image of her, like a very annoying and overly sexualized grandmother, like Mother Sagith, like a weird cultist kind of thing.
Well, I think that was one with really saggy tits, who's very old.
No.
Mother Saggy.
But she made herself younger now.
Yeah, but the tits haven't.
And she's got like a really gravelly voice from all the whiskey and brandy and tobacco.
I'm just making tea and looking at you like you weirdos.
Well, she said she's not going to be getting involved in things anymore.
So, as a druid, Kyrad, when she says that, do you take her word for it?
I have no idea. It was Berkeley who said that she said she's going to bow out, because Kyrad obviously wasn't there.
Now, I don't believe her, though.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean that as a druid yourself, what is your stance on the matter of powerful witches going about cults? Is that just okay for you?
Well, I can only deal with one thing at a time, can't I?
You didn't answer my question. That's druids for you. They're like, I have no strong feelings towards one way or another. The balance must remain.
Like I said, I don't know how to feel about it.
I tell you what, though, I mean, she did say that Esme was like her apprentice or something. She could go out and get another apprentice. That's what I've been thinking.
There's like a job fair coming soon.
Yeah.
So there's going to be cultists like, drafting apprentices.
A job fair.
Yeah, isn't that logical? Like in a fancy world, you have to know this kind of stuff, job fairs, underground, and they're like, hey, I want 3 new cultists, stat!
And you got all these stalls around going, come join our cult.
Come join the beholder cult of the unseen eye.
You got another cult on another stall.
And they're like, hey, I want to join that. And then Skeletors on the other, that kind of thing. Anyway, Kyrad, I'm just a bit worried.
What do you want me to do about it?
You don't have any powerful friends who could, hunt her down or something?
Well, where did she say that she hung out?
Where did she say she hung out? Did she say what playground she stalks? Because she's going to be one of those creepy women who just looks at little girls and is like, yes, she's going to be a cultist. Because Esme, literally, was almost like a child.
She was an adult halfling.
Where did she find her? Did she go to a halfling village and be like, yes, this small woman shall do nicely?
You don't know where they met.
Yeah.
Frida does know, however, that last time she saw Esme, she was sane and she was leaving the hometown, Finnegand, to go on a little adventure, because it's pretty typical for halflings when they reach a certain age to just go off on an adventure.
Okay.
They kind of get wanderlust. It's pretty common. It's part of their culture. They typically wait until harvest is over and then they'll head off.
Yeah.
And if they get their fill of adventure, they'll come back in time for the spring planting season and basically adventure during the winter. That was the last time she saw it, was over a year ago. She left to go on her halfling adventure.
And her halfling adventure took her to opium dens or what? Because she met a witch.
No idea. If only she were alive, you could ask her.
Oh, snap.
Oh, wait, weren't we supposed to interrogate her or something?
Do you mean Esme?
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's something we need to do. We had her bones and you said you were going to interrogate her.
Yeah.
And we never did that.
We never did that, no. I guess I was too preoccupied by trying to shake memory off of killing a woman.
We could still do that. We still have her bones.
Yeah, we could.
Okay, she did tell you where she's from. Would you like to roll a check to see if you remember?
Wait, guys. This is a ploy. The DM is trying to make us go after the witch. Dun, dun, dun.
Whether we choose to or not, though, is a different matter.
Yeah, it is, but we almost got forced into doing this too. So what did we have to roll?
Intelligence or wisdom, whichever's highest.
19.
8.
13.
Okay, so all of you remember, except for Alpheus, all of you remember that she said that she and her sisters resided underneath the Tree of Mana, also known as the Tree of Life. There are pools of knowledge that let one see the past, the present, or the future, and they saw something going wrong in the future, and they disagreed on how to handle it. So they went their separate ways to try and deal with it.
But I'm not sure if she would return back to the Tree of Life.
The Eiffel Tree.
Do you want to tell Kyrad?
So she said that, and then I explained that whole thing you just told me.
Kyrad hums. It's like, that's interesting. You'd have thought the Druid Grove there would know about any hags living under the tree. By the base of the tree, there's a Druid's Grove that's there to tend to the health of the tree.
What do you think, guys?
The way I see it, it's going to be difficult to even track her down anyway. I don't know if it's worth chasing after her.
Worth? There was like a world-destroying thing happening just beneath our noses, don't you remember?
But we wouldn't have known unless they didn't try to grab either Frida or myself first. It feels like they would come to us first anyway. I don't know.
You know, it is part of a druid's pilgrimage to eventually make their way to that tree anyway, but that will not be for a very long time. I mean, I myself haven't made that journey yet. It is when the masters call you to say that you're ready to become a master yourself, you'll make a pilgrimage to the tree, and, well, I don't know what happens then. I haven't done it.
Would it not be prudent to send word that there's one of the Norns or the witches who keep doing stuff like this?
Absolutely. I don't know if they know about it. Maybe they do. Maybe there's some kind of an agreement between them. But at the very least, this is definitely going in a report.
You're going to write a fiery report.
Oh no, I'm probably going to go up to Wolf Hill. Koira's the closest master in this area, and she'll be able to forward it on.
Alpheus' spine goes cold at this, and he just kind of repeats her name. Koira?
Koira.
Oh, that's That's right. She was your master, wasn't she?
That's the Finnish word for dog. The Grandmaster Koira. Arf, arf. Doge, the master.
Say, Alpheus, you wouldn't be happening to be going to see or meet with her anytime soon, are you?
She did send a giant wolf after me ages back, and I did promise I would have to go back at some point. So, whether I like it or not, I will have to pass down that way.
Then, would you mind delivering the message to her so I can stay here and try to clean up the corruption? As a janitor, as you said.
Yeah.
We are your errand boys, are we?
I gave you money, potions, and magic items. What are you complaining about? I only asked you to investigate the lake. I didn't ask you to close it. You guys did a great job. You went above and beyond.
Oh, so now you're pulling that card. Oh, right. I didn't ask you to do it. It's just a matter of, saving the world or, part of it. And you're like, oh, I don't need to do it. He grows more suspicious of this Kyrad. We can do that, Master Kyrad, if that's your real name.
Well, no, because I'm not a master. I've said that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
What's Kyrad's surname?
I don't know. I haven't given him a surname.
Kyrad Kyradson.
Kyrade.
Kyrad Tirade, yeah.
I just want to ask, Kyrad, are you going to see Aton anytime soon?
Probably not. I don't know how long it's going to take, so I'm going to be stuck here for a while.
Fair enough.
Depending how long it takes, I might miss next year's festival.
That's unfortunate.
He was concerned about your well-being, after all.
Who?
Aten.
That's Frida's master.
Ah, okay.
That's why Frida and Alpheus went together.
There's an awful lot of masters and, servants in your circles. Is it like a strict hierarchy?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay, just making sure.
It's a rank that is obtained. But I can send an animal messenger for you if you'd like, if you're not heading that way anytime soon. Let him know what's happened.
Just not the badger. Badger's busy.
I do want to let him know what happened, but I still have Esme's remains, and I would like to take them back at some point to her family.
Yeah, and interrogate those remains first.
Yeah. I can't remember how we were going to do that.
Speak with the dead, like a priest could do it.
Priesty goodness.
Because you are not priests.
There is a spell, Speak with Dead. I wasn't going to say anything. I was going to let you guys figure it out.
Hey, and I figured it out. I say that because I've got local history and stuff, and he says that he's heard of some witch doctors or whatever you've got in his local area.
Druids often have their own equivalent spells that aren't as good. Like reincarnation versus resurrection. It's like, I'll bring you back to life, but you're going to be in a different body, so you're going to be a different race.
Or a dog.
Or a badger. Can't forget about the badger.
Iffy as fuck.
You bring Snork back to life and suddenly he's a frickin' ogre.
Oh, he's a human. Oh, no, you're a normal person. Yeah.
I am my true form.
Or a dwarf.
That wouldn't actually be too bad. He'll go from having a 40-year lifespan to a 400-year lifespan.
I shall fetch the rope and attach it to a tree for myself. Because if that goblin will live for 40 more years...
You're going to be stuck with him. Oh no, it'd probably already be like a good 20 through his years, wouldn't he?
So only 20 more years. Wow, I get a better rope. So what are we going to do next? Like just asking the gang.
I think we should actually interrogate Esme's soul.
Your soul.
So should we get back to the
Elder spell?
Elder spell
Elder spell.
for that?
I probably should get back to work.
So let's head back to Elder spell to check her soul.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Berkeley will mention that Amy is part of a church. She could probably get one of their clerics to help you out,
Hey, Amy, there's some use out of you yet.
besides sealing the rift.
Snort was terrified.
In all fairness, she would have failed hard. One punch from an enemy and she goes, and drop the spell.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Let's go.
No. Oh, no.
What about that? Why is it oh no? Is this a British thing?
Yeah. It's
There's a company called AO, and their slogan is A-O.
Let's go! And their ads are obnoxious.
Exactly.
Okay, right.
Before you all go, let me just write you out something, Kyrad says. He's just going to get some paper, he's going to put a particular mark on it, and he's going to write a letter. Alright, who should I give this to? I'll give it to Frida.
Snatch.
Alright, Barlam snatches it.
Whoop.
Take this to the Druid's Grove in Bathmont, and they'll make sure you get paid for all that you've done.
Like,
Woo!
there's like a...
Thank you.
It's almost tearing away from my hand because it's druid stuff, but on the other hand, he said reward, so it's staying in my hand. It's like,
It's money stuff.
but I don't want to be involved with druids, but money, but It's like one of those English, like, is it called Christmas candy? You know, the things you pull apart.
Oh, a cracker.
A cracker, yeah. No, not Christmas. Cracker. It becomes like a cracker in my hand, like, okay, I'll keep it. It's worth money.
It's worth money, yes.
I'll write down money scroll for druids.
Take it to Glimmer or any of whatever Blink Dog is working there at the time. They'll be able to help you out.
What? Bling dog.
Blink Dog.
Glimmer, the blink dog.
Blink, not bling. He's not a bling dog.
Yeah, boys.
Well, he was shiny.
Hey, yeah, boy.
That's how he's going to reward you. He's just going to give you some of his chains and rings.
Yeah, what you want, dog?
You see this top? It's designer.
Anyway.
He'll write out another letter and hand it to Alpheus, and he's like, give this to Koira. Hopefully it should quell a bit of her rage towards you.
I doubt it, but thank you.
She's scary, dog. So we start going and going
Yeah.
and going.
Okay. Amy wakes up when your cart starts moving, and she's just like, huh? Because she's in the back of it. Like, what time is it? Where are we going? Are we done?
It's late. You woke up too late.
We're going back to Elderspell. Can you tell us where priests are?
The world is destroyed and it's all your fault. You failed the ritual.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yes.
She's kind of looking around a little nervously.
It's fine. We're going to Elderspell. Kyrat visited.
Kyrad's there by the fire, just waving. Hello.
Bye. Oh, Kyrat, more like bye, Rad.
Bye, Rad. Oh, okay, we're heading back. You said something about priests. I know priests.
Oh, good, because we need one to talk to Esme's soul.
Speak with dead. Okay, I'm sure someone can do that.
Good. Bye, Rad.
Bye, Rad.
Bye.
Is he actually radical?
He's got shades on and he puts his cap back to front.
Hey. Whoa, what's up, kids?
You guys, totally extreme. The way you close that portal is rad.
Portal! Yeah, closing the portal, heavy air quotes. What does it even mean?
Yeah, wanna buy some gear?
Yeah. Do you want to close a portal, kids?
Okay, so you're going to start travelling back to Elderspell. Remember, it's a day and a half journey, so Berkeley will finally be able to get some sleep, which is probably good for Barlam, who didn't actually study for the test.
I study furiously.
Whilst he sleeps.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. Roll me an intelligence with a +2.
So that's a 22. That was a natural 20.
Oh, nice.
You learn all the things.
I know everything. I just turn around to the other guys. My eyes are glowing white. I know.
He has learnt the fundamentals of wizardry. You carry on. It's pretty good going. There will occasionally be some corrupted critters around, which you either dispatch easily or just ignore. You see like a clear line between the corrupted area and the normal area, and there's like this faint glow between the two areas, and you notice that whilst you're on the non-corrupted area, any corrupted wildlife cannot cross that little barrier.
So basically it's a loading screen area.
It's a zone.
Yeah, like you go out of it, there's like different kinds of monsters and people suddenly.
All the enemies you aggroed will stop following you once you load the next zone.
Okay.
Train to zone.
Danger zone.
So, that evening, Berkeley will give Barlam his test on the thing, and with that intelligence score, you bloody ace it. Perfect marks.
So did I get an A+?
You get an A star with a little smiley face.
If it's a Japanese game, do I get an S ranking?
Yes.
Hey.
With his own personal thumbs up.
What?
Was it a paper test or was it like a practical exam?
Bit of both, but Berkeley's not really much of a paper person. That's why he's just threw the book at him and goes, read this!
Yeah. Then it just starts casting spells at me and saying, what's this spell? What's this spell? Oh god. Think fast. Throwing basketballs at me.
Yeah, dodgeball.
Yeah. Why am I not a sorcerer again?
Because I am.
You chose wizard so that you could gain every spell instead of like 3 of the spells.
I look at Snork. Oh, yeah. That's the reason. Every spell. Yeah.
Alpheus puts an arm around Snorker's leg. Don't feel bad.
He does that all the time.
You could have a dog head.
Also, your prestige class, if you went sorcerer, you would have had to do a 3-4 split instead of a 3-3 split.
I know the mechanics.
But anyway, you aced the test, and he's very proud of you. He congratulates you, he pats you on the back, gives you a good thumbs up. He's like, right, now on to the more interesting stuff.
What?
And for the rest of the journey, he's going to actually be teaching you the actual spells. So, showing you the hand gestures, telling you the words.
Is there like a montage?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
It's like, it's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
No, I mean like 80s montage music.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You see lots of things happening at once.
And us, doing like all the somatic components, like, the hand movements and stuff on a beach at a sunset.
Yeah, exactly.
For the great orange light.
Right at the end, there's a slow motion scene where you pass this finish line and you're slow motion, just jumping up and down, celebrating. You hug each other, like,
and I start casting unlimited magic.
Everyone else is just watching you, and you two are in slow motion, but everyone else is normal, and they're like, the hell are they doing?
We chest bump, and my chest caves in, and I die.
You suddenly gain 4 points of constitution. You are now...
Whoa!
It's like training with Berkeley makes you a buff boy.
Yeah, buff boy. After that montage, I turn to the guys on my sleeveless shirt, sweating. I'm a wizard now.
You're a what?
I'm a wizard, Harry. Alphys.
Wow.
Wow. Is that like an awkward wow?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Anything impresses this dog.
Oh, yeah. Frida just shouts, like, over her shoulder. And I'm like, aw, I thought I was a real wizard. Not just some dog impressing one. And Alphys is already waiting for bacon, like, yeah, can I get a treat now? Yeah.
I want bacon. Also, how did you get on the beach during that montage?
Magic?
True wizard of the coast.
Oh! You get a doggy treat for that one.
Yes!
Yeah, boy. So, do we get to Elder Spell without dying?
Yeah, if you want to impress them, you can show them some of your magic.
I got my spells. I can tell you guys, where did I write them?
Disguise self, blend, charm person.
I disguise myself to look like Alpheus, and then I blend and hide, and then...
You cast grease, so Alpheus falls over.
What spell? Grease, yeah. And then I spark it to ignite the grease, and throw water on it.
Oh.
Sorry.
You have successfully impressed everyone, particularly Snork with that fire.
And killed Alpheus.
Fire! Oh.
I was learning that spell and I was thinking about you, Snork. Not in a weird way, but in a fiery way, in a hot way.
So in a weird way.
Put that on my tombstone.
Okay, so you get back into Elder Spell. It is mid-afternoon at this point because it takes about a day and a half.
And the whole place just makes so much more sense to me now. The whole student culture, because I'm a wizard too.
Yes, you'll get back in town.
It doesn't.
And Berkeley is just like, right, we need to get you your wizard stuff.
Get to the gym, right, bro?
You need a book, you need a robe, you need a big pointy hat.
What? You mean like going to the gym? Didn't we talk about going to the gym and getting in shape? What's the wizard stuff?
Despite my attempts to train you in the ways of the Magus, you've clearly shown a much more aptitude in basic wizardry.
Aww.
I'm afraid you're not going to be able to set your fists on fire and make cool poses.
Is it like because of your asthma, you can't be a Magus?
Yeah.
Con 8, curse you. I can never be nothing but a basic wizard because of my frail body.
You're no better than whatchamacallit.
Snork.
No.
I am better than Snork, fuck you. Sorry.
I'm gonna make a joke, but I can't remember the name. Rincewind. You're no better than Rincewind.
Oh, Rincewind. Yeah, like a Rincewind if he went rogue. Haha.
What does everyone want to do now? We're back in town.
Drink.
I'm gonna start casting cantrips all the time, like...
Pew, pew, pew.
And then everything is on fire.
I'll go drink with Snork, and I'll use prestidigitation to change the flavour of his drinks all the time, like with every sip. I'm training.
Wait, before booze, we're going to pick you up a few bits and bobs, mate. What about the rest of you? Want to join us?
Oh, I don't see why not.
Need some gear?
Yeah.
I'm your badger.
The badger's not with us.
He is in our imagination.
Alpheus likes the sound of getting some drinking before interrogation.
Yeah, let's go get my gear, get some drinking done, and then interrogate.
Yeah.
It's better to interrogate when you're drunk, right?
Yeah, this sounds great.
Amy's like, okay, I'll go to the temple then and see if I can find anyone who'll be able to help us.
Get us the priest that is most allowing of drinking while doing ceremony.
And we'll meet at the temple of Saint Melinda then.
Okie doke.
That still sounds weird. Saint Melinda.
You guys will hitch up your horse and cart and dog chariot. And Berkeley will lead you through the streets.
I'm just leashing up my cat because I remember that I'm supposed to do that.
Leash your cat. They hate that.
Berkeley looks at you and is like, what are you doing? There's no leash laws here.
Ah, it's not Bath one.
Oh, okay.
We're in Elder Spell. If we had to leash up everything weird, then you'd see people taking all manners of weird monstrosities out and about.
This place would look like a server room with all the dangling wires and bits and bobs.
Exactly. I mean, we're a magic town.
Magic town.
If you have a critter, we trust you can control it, and if not, we'll beat you up. Well, I will. The guards are actually pretty mild.
What about changing the name of this city from Elder Spell to Magic Town?
Magic Town, the town of sports ball.
Sports ball! Wizarding sports balls.
Sports ball.
Hey, what's your favourite team?
Yeah, you leave your mount at the Prancing Pony, which is the stables here.
Really?
Why is it the prancing pony? Can't be the dancing pony.
The Prancing Pony isn't that? Never mind.
What is it?
Lord
Lord
of
of
the
the
Rings.
Rings.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like the first inn they go into.
All right, the Dancing Pony, whatever.
Yeah.
The disco pony.
So, you go to this big shop. It's got a rounded window thing that you see at pubs and stuff. And you see inside there are shelves and shelves and shelves of books. And the sign says, Bobby Bugbear's Brilliant Books.
Is there an actual bugbear?
You don't know.
I'm fucking scared of those. I asked my mentor, Mr. Smashfist.
Mr. Smashfist.
Both Snork and Berkeley know that, yes, the owner of this shop is a bugbear. He was an alchemist whose experiments went wrong, but he's harmless. He's like a big fuzzy teddy bear.
So it's actually just the librarian from Ankh-Morpork, Bugbear. If you call him a goblin, he'll kill you. Anyway, I go in, bell dangles.
Yeah. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. So you see this giant, hairy beast, like,
Oh, it's Chewbacca.
putting books up on a shelf. He is extremely well dressed. He's wearing like
A monocle.
He's wearing fancy trousers and a shirt with little ruffles on it. Imagine Beast in Beauty and the Beast.
I was about to say, how about Beast from the X-Men thing?
Yeah, the blue one.
Yeah, I guess. So he sees you and he's like, "Oh, hello there, and welcome to my bookstore. How can I help?"
I'm taken aback by the voice, like massively. Barlam actually just jumps a bit. Whoa!
Alpheus's fur also bristles because he's like, "Oh, Frida, remember when we beat up a bugbear?"
So, hello.
No. There's no need to worry. I'm not a real bugbear.
Are you a reformed bugbear?
No. I was a human. I'm an alchemist.
Are you a reformed human?
I guess you could say that if by reformed you mean an experiment went awry, but...
Trans bugbear? Anyway.
So you're a hog bear.
A hug bear, yeah.
Hugbear, yeah. Human bugbear is hugbear, yeah.
Yes, you could call me a hugbear if you like.
That's someone's actual fantasy.
Frida and Alpheus, the bugbear you fought was hideous and his fur was matted and rancid.
He was not cared about at all.
This guy looks like he goes through a ton of conditioner, but it is so soft and fluffy.
Wow.
So, I was said that the university and Mr. Barkley here could sponsor me some magic gear.
Oh, what? You've just,
I've just become one.
fantastic.
And I snap my suspenders.
What have you been training in? Alchemy, summoning, sorcery, magus, wizardry?
I say a bit crestfallen. Basic wizardry.
Basic
Oh,
wizardry.
I'm a basic guy. I know.
I wouldn't go around slagging off wizards if I were you. Not around this town.
No, I wasn't slagging. I'm just a bit disappointed that my constitution was not enough to be a magus.
Oh, you've been listening to Mr. Berkeley, haven't you?
Yeah, yes. He's awesome. He's literally the best.
Berkeley's at the window just kind of waving. Hello. He's like, hi there.
He casts fists all the time.
He loves fisting things.
Yes. Here's a fun fact. When it comes to magic, maguses aren't very good.
Really?
They spend too much time stabbing things and less time reading.
Have you ever seen Dr. Barkley in action? I'm totally fanboying over him. Like, have you ever seen him action?
Well, Berkeley would tell you that maguses are the best, but just between you and me, truthfully, alchemy's where it's at.
Alchemy's for pussies.
I asked you, have you ever seen Berkeley in action?
Not Berkeley himself, but I've seen maguses.
Then you have seen nothing, my man. Berkeley, could you say what kind of pencil case I need? Can you buy the things?
Berkeley leans through and says, "Hey, Bobby, get him all the stuff he needs to get started. He's a wizard." Bobby's like, "Okay."
I'm a wizard. I shake with excitement.
Well, it's nice to see he's able to train someone through books books instead of punching for a change.
He showed me a lot of punches that was super cool.
You know, alchemists have bombs and explosions and mutagens and potions.
All of that sounds super dangerous and not cool, sorry.
To each is their own.
My empiric evidence is that alchemy or mutations are uncontrollable, and I saw a lot of mutated things and killed a lot of mutated things, so the only alchemy I trust is the alchemy of brewing alcohol and making potions, like healing potions. Sorry, nothing personal.
Fair enough, I'll get you the beginner's kit for you.
Yay!
So he's going to go through and start fishing through the books. There's a lot of different spell books, beginner's ones. He'll let you pick the design of the one you want. There's all manner of ones, so you'll be able to find one that suits your kind of style.
Yay. Is it like a first school backpack?
Oh my god.
Like an accessory bag?
He hasn't gotten you a bag yet, but if you'd like a pink princess bag, you can.
No, I want a really cool one, like with swords and fists and, you know.
With Iron Man.
Yeah, you know, the equivalent in this world.
He wants a Spider-Man backpack.
No, the equivalent in this world of a Conan or Iron Man backpack.
Well, first of all, he's just going to get you the equipment, so you can decide what your book looks like. It will be kitted out with all the cantrips in it,
Ooh.
and Berkeley will help you get the spells that you were able to figure out onto it. What do you want your spell book to look like?
I want it to be like a really durable, foldable newspaper.
Okay.
Like, I have a pipe. Can't you see where this is going?
Yes, I see what you're going for. So you pick the one that looks like a broadsheet newspaper. It has been prepared so that it's resistant to the elements, and unlike a normal thick leather-bound book, it can fold up fairly small, so it's easier to carry it around.
Put in a pocket, yeah. Because I figured I got so few spells that would be fine with a scroll right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that would be my type of scroll, like a newspaper.
Yeah, you've got yourself a broadsheet newspaper spell book.
Hey.
Okay, fantastic. Let's get you your robes then.
Ooh. I clap my hands. Yay!
There are other shops that you'd be able to sell your robes and stuff, but diversification is the way to make money in this industry, so I do have a bit of everything. This be why Berkeley brought you here.
My actual robe should be like tweed. Like a tweed hat, tweed robes.
Okay,
So basically, I would want a comfortable set of kind of tweed, but not necessarily that color scheme, but without the tie. Like a vest and brown jacket with, you know, the elbow spots, lecturer style.
oh yeah, so kind of like...
A doctor kit.
I was to say, doesn't that kind of look like old school Doctor Who? Wasn't there one of the old doctors who wore something like that?
No, Matt Smith came the closest with tweed, but not really. I mean, the third Doctor wore a lot of very...
Like that kind of style, but more like medieval style cuts and that general style.
Aren't your clothes generally more like a worn down version of that anyway right now?
Yeah.
So just buy some new threads.
No, but I meant those kind of cuts are more like modern 19th century, 20th century, but more like medieval, so there's less cuts and, you know, less seams.
Yeah.
But in the general style, a long jacket and pants.
He doesn't have anything specifically like what you're describing, but he has magic, and he'll be able to fix you something up.
Hey.
Because in this world, there's no god or goddess of magic to tell you to stop abusing magic, so you can basically use it for anything.
Stop abusing fashion.
Yeah, he'll fix you up a suit/robe to your specifications.
A better reference would be more in the style of Sherlock Holmes clothing, but without the hats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an apt comparison.
Yeah. So that's my style. Everyone, meet Sherlock Barlam.
You wouldn't be a wizard without your hat, so do you want a hat to go with it?
I want a hat, but I want it to be a bowler hat.
He'll get you a bowler hat where it has a little catch on the inside that you can press and it springs out and turns into like a big floppy wizard hat.
Oh, right. That's the best.
There you go. It can match your style and it can look like a proper wizard hat if people start giving you grief.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're going for a Sherlock Holmes and Watson feel.
Yeah, but a mix of those two and medieval.
Sounds good.
So yeah, I'm fine. I'm finished. Thank you for all listening to how I look right now.
Why do I have an urge to dress like him? As Snork?
Well, that can be arranged. Doc Watson, Snork.
A Snorkson.
Snorkson.
The Sherlock Barlam and Dr. Snorkson.
Barlam Lock and Dr. Snorkson.
Yeah.
Sherlam.
Sherlam.
There you go.
Sherlam, yeah.
Inspector Madget.
He'll, of course, fish out your spell component pouch and fill it full of the kind of generic components that low-level spells need.
Like a bag of candy they just pour candy into. Hey!
Here's some dust from a corpse, and
Here's a band-aid.
here's an egg, and there's an owl's feather.
Here's a Snickers bar. That kind of thing.
Snork's just looking at it, it's like, why don't I have one of those?
Because you're not a wizard. Haha.
I'm a sorcerer.
The newspaper doesn't actually look like a modern newspaper thing, but it's like a foldable scroll with magical things.
It's funny you should say that, but around Bathmont there is a newspaper industry.
Okay,
The printing press does exist, but it's not widely accessible.
Yeah. I meant that I want to be a bit more Ankh-Morpork with this thing. Like, it's kind of like it, but...
Yeah, I get what you're going for.
It feels like you're about to attend Hogwarts and this is Diagon Alley and you're going to get all your stuff.
Kind of, but as we are going to be drinking so much that we are going to be bloody effed up, I'm going to be attending Fogwarts. Like, it's all a fog.
Yeah. Now that you've got your style, it's like, right, finally, what focus are you using? Are you going for an item or a familiar?
It would be this magnificent pipe I got from my dad when I was young, but only used now because I'm a wizard. He shows like a nice ivory copper inlay pipe.
Oh, we could go to the Druids district and maybe find someone.
Are you talking about going to a druid district to get him a familiar?
I think they're talking about going to a druid district to get me some weed.
A familiar, but it's so nice having a companion.
I don't want an animal. I've got at least 6 animal companions already.
Hi.
But they're so sweet, holds up the lion.
I am gonna be friends with my pipe. I've got a nice pipe in my hand, which I got as a heirloom. Thank you.
Is that the pipe that Barlam's been smoking in so far? Is this a new one?
It has been a tobacco earlier, but now that I'm upgrading into a more civilized personage, I'm going to be using a pipe.
You have said you've used pipes in previous sessions.
Oh well, but they were like a flying fancy. But now it's like a proper... I found my dad's pipe and I'm like, I think I'll smoke this. It's a nice pipe.
Special pipe.
Yeah, his old one was like a commoner's pipe, the one that you'd get for like a copper.
Like one made out of cork.
This one is actually ornate.
It's like you were saving this one for the day that you finally did something that would make your dad proud.
Exactly. And now I'm allowed to touch my dad's pipe. My bond is dad's pipe.
The bugbear will be like, okay, can you pass that here, please? I can work with that.
I will, reluctantly, because it's a precious pipe.
He's going to handle it carefully. I mean, he's got giant freaking hands. He's a bugbear, so he is very delicate. He kind of pinches it between 2 clawed fingers so that he's not risking crushing it. He'll put it down on the counter, and he's like, okay, come over here. We're going to bond this to you. All of your magic will flow easier once you've got an arcane bond. It makes the casting process easier.
Will I be contracting lung cancer when I cast magic?
Only if you're smoking whilst casting it, I suppose.
I'll be able to smell it if you do.
I'm going to be using this pipe only for herbal products. Not the kind of tobacco they'd have in modern times, but more gentle things. Less carcinogenic things.
If anything like that happens,
There's magic.
I would recommend you swing by the pretty chupacabra to get yourself a cure.
Yeah. Do they have a cure for cancer in this world?
A potion of cure disease that wouldn't run you up too big a bill.
Wow.
Cure disease is a spell, and therefore you can actually get it cast on you.
So all, STDs and everything are pretty much a joke in this world? Or do you get like magical STDs?
You have to take into consideration that this is a very wealthy part of the country, and this is a very magic-rich community, because
Yeah,
you're in
that's
a
true.
magic city. The further away you get from centres of magic, the less common it becomes, and the more low fantasy it becomes, the more Games of Thronesy it becomes.
Okay, so why would not everyone just stay here? It's fucking awesome, I say, as a character.
That's a good question. Why doesn't everyone come over here?
Yeah. Is it because they're afraid of wizards and goblins? Or bugbears, sorry.
I don't know. I mean, to each is their own.
Fair enough. Look at Barkley and say, pretty good pipe and a pretty good hat. My style of speech also changes as I become a wizard, so... Oh, thank you kindly, sir.
Pretty good cloak this, eh?
Nah. Almost a pipe in my mouth, so it's pretty hot to speak right now.
I mean, I suppose you have to consider the fact that a potion of cure disease would set you back 750 gold.
Oh yeah, that's not a small price. It's like 75,000 copper. So it's like 75,000 bucks, basically.
I imagine a lot of people couldn't afford that.
And with your spell of making money, you'll be able to afford that no problem.
Yeah. So if we adventure more and we make more money, we don't have to be afraid of any kind of disease, except for dying on the adventures.
Also, if your druid companions get like another 2 or 3 levels, they can cast it for free.
Can I just point out, dying isn't a disease.
Good point. Dying is not a disease, except when it is, because there's raised dead, which is actually a cure for death.
Yeah.
So
There's a cure for everything, you just need to be able to afford it.
It's a truly capitalistic world.
Yeah, you could probably obtain immortality if you were willing to throw enough money at it.
Not bad.
Anyway, so you finish getting the item bonded to you. You now do feel an arcane connection to it. So long as it's in your possession, you don't need to be smoking it at the time of using it, but as long as it's on you in some way, it will help with your casting.
I do feel more cognizant when I'm smoking it though.
Absolutely. Also, your pipe will be easier to enchant if you wanted to put an enchantment on it.
Oh, fuck yes.
Bobby will run up the bill and Berkeley will pop in and pay for it.
Did you also know, Steve, that one of the main reasons I chose Spark as one of my cantrips is because I want to light my pipe with my thumb? Like,
Oh, I figured as much. That's a good choice.
Anyway, I'm done. Thank you for visiting me.
Okay.
I'll tell other wizards of this shop.
Well, thank you very much. I do recommend that if you need any alchemical supplies or magical trinkets, check out the Pretty Chupacabra.
Oh, so you like brothers or affiliates?
That's my girlfriend's shop.
Is she an actual chupacabra?
No, she's not.
What is a chupacabra?
It's kind of like a big scary lizard monster.
Okay, I'll definitely think about visiting the chupacabra.
The Pretty Chupacabra.
Oh.
It's just a shop name. It'll be fine.
Right. Oh, why isn't this place called The Beauty and the Best?
And with that, Alpheus leaves.
On that bombshell, I leave. I follow Alpheus.
Bobby will just say, "Hey, Snork," just as you head out.
Hello!
You know him. You weren't really a book person, but you were a bit of a freak being a goblin, and he's a bit of a freak being a bugbear, so you probably went to, like, meetings once a week, gather in a sports hall and talk about what it's like to be a monstrous humanoid in a humanoid world.
And doing Monster Land parties promoted by Monster Energy Drink. Sorry.
And they play the Monster Mash.
Yeah. They're like nerds from the same class.
Yeah.
Can you believe that I'm a wizard now? Can you believe it?
I know, you're a wizard.
You don't know because you're not a wizard.
No, I'm a druid.
Yeah. Hold on. And then there's a mighty nerd combat on the streets.
You could have a magic duel if you want.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
You're like, level 1 spells, he has level 2 spells, I should wait.
Yeah, but they're druid spells though.
True.
Cheeky.
He's just afraid he'll lose. It's fine. We'll do it some other point.
Yeah.
Where would you like to go next? Would you guys like to go to any other shops?
I think it's time to give some limelight to Snog and Frida now.
How much gold do I have?
Yeah, how much do we have?
It's not currently on your character sheet because we were changing over character sheets to the new one, so it's not on there.
So we got endless credit. Yeah.
But I do have your group loot total here. You have...
A lot.
You can buy a potion for 750.
Oh my god, you have a lot.
That's massive. We can cure like 6 diseases.
How much?
Because remember, you looted the tower, so you got like the chest set, you've got like the decanter, you've got the painting.
Can I have the chest set?
I turned my heels before exiting the bugbear shop and asked the bugbear, so where could I sell things which are not previously owned by me? I'm not saying stolen stuff, it was stuff taken from the remains of a mage tower.
Was it an abandoned tower?
Yes.
Remains? Yes.
You should be able to sell them anywhere, so...
Would you want to buy some stuff?
What have you got? Got any books for me?
I pull out a massive painting.
Most of this stuff would have probably been either kept on the cart or put in Snork's handy haversack, because Snork has an extra dimensional space to carry this kind of stuff.
That's called his butt.
Woohoo!
But I asked the beast to come with me to the cart.
You don't trust him, fair enough.
He might not be trusting me because I haven't got the things with me. Anyway, I'll show him a plethora of very expensive stuff, and I say that I praise them at these prices, and I tell him the prices that is in the list. I've got a praise.
He kind of looks over them. He puts on these little glasses. It's adorable.
Yeah, the glasses are tiny.
His little bugbear face with his small round glasses that kind of perch on his little bear nose.
Does he look all bug-eyed?
Yes, you could say that. you could sell them here.
I want the
You
chest
might be
set.
able to find people either in the market or maybe the general goods store would buy them, but none of it's magic. That's kind of our thing.
I want the chest set.
I tell you, you'd get a much better price if you hold on to them and take them to Bathmont.
Okay.
They love art over there.
But I say that because you were purveying excellent goods for mages and their components as well. Would you not care for the gems at least?
I could exchange you the gems for the equivalent cash.
What about if I make you a deal? If you take all of them off me, 820, 940, I'll sell you them all for 900.
How much are they all?
There's amber, spinel, deep blue, garnet, topaz. That's 940 total. But because he's buying them and he has to get like a buyer's fee, like, you know, that kind of gets complicated.
Yeah, you know, I could probably upsell these. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Do you not want to like fashion one into an item for your wizarding thing to make yourself look good?
Exactly, we can make use of those. I can't really do anything with the painting. I mean, the woman on it looks quite nice, but don't think my girlfriend would like me bringing home big pictures of weird women.
Oh, one thing. Would you be interested in that golden mithril chess set?
No, I want a chest set.
We can buy a cheaper one for you.
No.
Yes.
Snork like shiny chest set.
You're a sorcerer, I'm a wizard. Shut up.
But I like plaid
Like,
chest.
no, I'm okay. I'll be okay with just the gems.
Okay.
So he'll give you 900 gold for those.
So 225 for each.
So, including the 800 gold you already had in the party loot, you're now up to 1,700 gold.
Can I do a stealth check?
No.
Followed by a sleight of hand check to then steal and hide the chest set.
How dare you steal from the group loot? How dare you?
Where are you keeping the art and all that?
I thought it was put in a safe box for transport.
The safest box is actually Snork's backpack, his handy haversack.
I would not trust all the valuables to a goblin, I say.
I am a loot goblin, some would say.
Then I have to hack you to pieces to get my gold.
I would probably keep some of the gold. Alphys probably keep some of the gold. It'll probably be distributed.
I mean the more valuable, the art pieces.
Okay, I was able to stealth behind them, but I wasn't able to put it in the bag.
I'm looking at you and I'm like, Snork, we can talk about the chess set later. Do not steal it. That's wrong.
But I want the shiny chest set.
So, including the platinum, you've got 2,230 gold. Are you dividing that evenly between the four of you?
I think so, yeah.
Did you guys already split that gold you got from Kyrad's stash?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so I'll add that.
2,580.
Also, whilst you're going through stuff to sell, the bugbear looks over the full plate mail armor you've got and goes, you know what, I think the blacksmith would like that.
The what?
The blacksmith over at the Dancing Blade.
Okay, we'll go there next. Thank you for your assistance.
Berkeley just kind of sighs and goes, do we have to?
Yes, money.
Alright.
If you don't want a full plate, but I don't think you will, because you look glorious without full plate. All those muscles.
Wouldn't the dog head guy want that?
No, because he can wear armor, but he can't wear full plate armor. That's too much.
That's too much.
But anyway, so Bobby will give you the money for the gems. Berkeley will then take you to the Dancing Blade, a local blacksmith, where you are met by...
Not another dog, please. I pray to the dog gods.
No.
No, a cat. Not a cat, please. No animals.
You see a human there. He is got the same kind of height and build as Berkeley. And he's like, hey, look who it is.
Ray?
Oh, dog boy, come here, you. And you just see him sigh, go up, they kind of chest bump, they wrestle each other a bit. The blacksmith gets Berkeley into a headlock and noogies him, and he's just like, ah!
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
And Barkley's sighing and rolling his eyes all the time like...
He just kind of laughs and lets him go. He's just like, oh, it's all in good fun.
Do me next.
No.
Oh, you found yourself another dog. Great.
No, yeah, it's great. It's super great.
Well, how's it all going?
We would love to sell you a plate mail.
I'd love to buy some plate mail. What you got?
We've got a plate full of full plates. So
Mail made of plates.
it's a masterwork one. It's got signed by a smith and everything. It's got gold inlays.
Okay, let's take a gander. So he looks at it, he hums and ahs, and he's just like, this is pretty good.
It's fantastic.
So,
It's unused. It's out of the box, mint condition.
I think I could give you, about 900 gold for it?
What about a round around 1,000, I say, with diplomacy.
Roll a diplomacy check.
That's a 10.
No, I mean, remember, we're in a city of wizards. Selling armor is pretty difficult. It's going to be sitting around for a while.
Can we take it to another city?
Do you know what secrets I heard from Little Bird? It's that you need a masterwork armor to enchant it. So...
That is true.
What's about 950?
Roll another diplomacy check.
950 sounds great.
That's a 26.
Yeah, alright. You make a good point.
Yeah, I'm a wizard, you know.
God.
Yeah, I can tell by the hat.
It's nice. I pop it up, you know. Ba-doing.
Ah, neat. Who gave you that? Bobby?
Yeah.
Typical Bobby, that.
Yeah, it's typical. Wizard laugh.
Yeah. Okay, so you managed to sell the full plate.
For 950, which brings us to 3,180.
And of course, there is the 350 as well that was still on there, so you're up to 3,530.
Divided by 4 is about 900.
882 gold.
Let's take that much all.
Everyone will have 882 gold each.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Ah, I've never seen this much money.
Yeah, and you can thank me.
And you have about another 4,000 golds worth of art pieces if you can find a good buyer for them.
Yeah, let's get the Bathmons and sell all this. Let's start a business.
So, Snork, you've basically got 950 gold now.
Woohoo!
I think I've got more.
We definitely had more because we split the stuff from Cassie and we never spent that stuff.
You did have more, and Barlam had ways of making money here and there. This is kind of like the let's get our rewards episode.
Hey.
I had like nothing apart from 1 gold and some necklace my mother gave me.
So yeah, he hands you the money for the armor. So it's like, well, now that you're here, would any of you like any weapons or armor or enchantments?
What you got?
What are you selling?
I want a staff or an orb.
Orb?
Well, you did get that mysterious cultist orb. You pop that on a stick, anyone who looks at it will go insane. Scary stuff, including yourself.
Oh.
We should find an interested mage in this town who's of goodly intentions and sell it to them.
Oh, you already gave it to the church.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just wipe it out then.
He gave it to the Church of Melinda to deal with.
Did we give it away?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not really a sword person, so I don't think you have anything in here.
Well, he just kind of glances around. It's like, I see you have a bow. I could enchant that.
I have a bow too.
You have a bow as well.
I have a bow 3.
You've got a couple swords as well. You've got a sickle.
Yup.
If they're just basic, I could sell you masterwork quality upgrades. Or if they're already masterwork, I could probably enchant them for you.
I have a masterwork rapier. How much would it cost to enchant that?
I think an enchantment to a +1 is just 1,000 gold. Or is it armor that's 1,000 gold?
I vomit out a bit. I need a magic spell to make money for that. And I've heard that such things exist, I'll have you know.
Sorry, weapons are 2,000 gold, armor's 1,000 gold.
Jiminy Christmas. No?
So, nope, that's not happening today then.
Yeah, not today.
I just wanted to ask about the enchantments that you can put on things before we go.
Sure, what kind of things you have in mind?
I was just curious what kind of enchantments you could put on, say, my bow or other people's weapons.
When it comes to enchanting weapons, we work on a numerical scale that tells you how powerful it is. Generally, you need a baseline enchantment just to get the ball rolling, because you need to put that base level of magic on it first before you can start putting the cool stuff. The base enchantment would set you back about 2,000 gold, but after that we can start putting things like fire or ice or holy, or I'm particularly skilled at the dancing enchantment, hence the name of my shop. So with that, it flies off and attacks people for you. You don't even need to hold your staff anymore. It just goes around punching people for you. Pretty sweet.
That's quite cool. I'll consider it later on. At the moment, I don't have very much, so I'll keep it in mind. Thank you.
Can you enchant a magic missile?
Magic missile. His wand of magic missiles. No, I'm afraid I don't deal in wands. I'm more of an arms and armor kind of guy.
The only way you can enchant a wand of magic missiles is to tape it to another wand of magic missiles.
Is it like a possible thing to enchant a wand of magic missile to do fire damage or ice?
It's already magical.
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, you could get higher caster level versions so it'd shoot out more missiles instead of just 1 or 2 missiles, but the cost goes up quite a bit quite quickly with that sort of thing.
Yeah. Bye. Bye, Rad.
Alright.
I exit and smoke my magical pipe. Yeah, it's a water pipe.
So, you guys are loaded. Barlam is in a good mood.
I want an orb.
Would you guys want to continue shopping, or do you want to go get drunk?
Drunk.
Is there a one shop in town?
One shop, like a sex shop. Sorry.
Yeah.
Ollivanders.
Do you remember the name of that magical trinket shop that Snork went to, where he had that woman look at the orb?
I roll a 12. Do I remember?
No, I'm literally asking you guys. I don't remember what I called it.
I don't remember.
Me neither.
You return to insert name here.
Wands and wands. Oh, my wand.
Oh, you mean that pretty lizard shop?
No, not the pretty chupacabra. That sells alchemy stuff, and they sell components and that sort of thing. This is more of a magical trinket shop.
One's Wang's wings.
It's a shop for all your magical wand needs.
Last time you were in Elderspell, you went to a shop that this woman who was a diviner, she specialised in divination magic, she looked at the orb for you and basically said, get this thing destroyed ASAP, and you took it to the church to get destroyed, remember?
Fab. Let's go there.
You can go there, they'll sell it. I don't remember the woman's name or the shop's name.
It could be the assistant or the apprentice that's covering the shop.
Yeah, it'll be different person today, I suppose.
We'll go with that for now.
There's a shop in the town centre. You find the diviner's place. It's pretty easy since the sign is labelled as Delina's Divination and Doodads.
DDD.
Yes.
Triple D. Those are big, big honkers. Sorry.
Snork goes for a wander.
Where are you going, Snork? I ask him as he exits the shop.
I'm going to find a new wand.
Is it going to be some guy's arm or finger?
Maybe.
Okay, go along then.
You go with Snork to the shop. It's a nice shop, well maintained, and there's glass cased shelves that have lots of different items on displays with tags that have a name and a price. It's very meticulously organised, and behind the counter you will see Snork.
You'll see me.
Roll me a D20, please.
Is it like a gun shop?
Brilliant. Oh.
Okay, you see there is a drow behind the counter, and roll me a D2.
Wow.
A what?
A drow.
A drow, a dark elf.
No, a D2.
Yeah, basically it's a coin toss. Okay, there's a male drow sitting behind the counter. He's looking pretty bored. He's got himself this big colourful hat on. It is pretty common with young drow these days. They like big goofy hats.
Really?
So it's just like, oh hey, what's up?
Oh, he's like an angsty teen too. Hey, what's up?
Hey, how can I help?
Hello, I want a new wand.
A wand, alright. What kind of wand are you looking for?
I wonder what kind of wand you're looking for.
Projectile wand. I already have magic missile.
Alright, how much are you looking to spend today, sir?
What have you got?
A82.
Basic level 1 wand will set you back about 750 gold. That'll give you things like magic missile, burning hands, grease, that sort of stuff. And you got level 2 spells, they're a bit more powerful. They would set you back quite a bit more, 4,500.
This is the best drow ever.
Did I hear that right? 4,000?
4,500 gold, set you back. Level 2 spell.
But for level 1, it's 750, eh?
Yeah, significant difference. I'm just looking at the sheet here.
Yeah, I take the pipe off my mouth and say, how about a clean 700, eh? It's just for me apprentice there, that goblin.
So you're not looking for like a level 2 spell?
Just a level 1, yeah, you know, starting wand. Can we do 700 for level 1 ones?
You can get Scorching Ray. Scorching Ray's pretty good.
What does Scorching Ray do?
It costs you 4,500 gold. You can't afford it. He's just trying to lazily upsell you.
Yeah, I'm just saying that I'm trying to bring down the first level 1 price to 700. I rolled 25 on diplomacy.
Query. If I tape another magic missile wand to my staff and use a basic attack, will I fire 2 magic missiles?
No, I'm afraid it's a standard action to use a wand. You would have to make a second standard action.
My trip to the wand shop was uneventful.
Well, you can basically buy any level 1 spell within reason.
But I can't increase my output in one go is what I was trying to do.
No.
I was trying to actually do some damage rather than a d4.
The level 1 wand is caster level 1, so you only get the basic 1d4 from that. So if you got, like, say, a wand of Burning Hands, it would still do 1d4 damage. To upgrade the caster level would upgrade the cost, and right now you wouldn't be able to afford it.
So we went to the apple shop.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a wand of Burning Hands. It sets out a little cool cone of fire. That's pretty nice. You got Snowball. Makes a pretty funny gag in the middle of summer to throw snow at your friends. It does hurt them though, so I'd be careful.
It does hurt them though.
What kind of things are lying around the shop then?
Oh, they've got various trinkets, they've got like different rings and gloves, they've got like boots, they've got some cloaks, necklaces, all sorts of things.
Does it look like a souvenir shop?
It's a general magic item shop.
Like a tax-free souvenir shop?
You seem like a funny kind of guy. I've got a wand here of bouncing body. Makes people bounce.
Oh!
You could cast it on someone and they'll bounce. You push them over and they'll just bounce back up. The weeble will wobble and they won't fall down.
Wow. So, I am considering this. So how about that discount? I rolled a diplomacy. Does he give a discount?
You haven't actually said what you want to buy yet. You're trying to get a discount on something you don't know what you're buying.
No, but I already said before.
But I'm keeping it in mind so when you actually pick a wand, you can basically look at any spell, clerical or wizardic.
Yeah.
Quite a popular wand is Cure Light Wounds. Keeps people alive. That's always nice.
Can wizards use that?
You need a use magic device check on that, but the druids could use a wand of Cure Light Wounds easily. I think Frida has one, doesn't she?
She does.
Yeah, I do somewhere.
Oh, it's like a band-aid dispenser.
It essentially allows her to spam out heals in a situation.
I was just curious what's in here, so I'm just...
Have you always had a wand of Cure Light Wounds and you didn't tell us?
I think she's used it a few times.
No, I forgot it was there. I've got it in my pack. I was just like, oh yeah, I have a wand of Cure Light Wounds.
Oh, if you happen to like pretty colours, we have a wand of colour spray. Can blind, stun, knock them unconscious, and it looks pretty good as well. Good for a rave.
Do you know, out of game, we used to typo colour spray quite often in our Finnish game party, It was usually called colon spray.
Oh, no.
So now that is de facto name in our circles, gamers. Oh, it should be colon spray. Yeah. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, you just name what you want, we probably have it, or we can get it made for you.
Have you got colon spray?
What does colon spray? I'm afraid I've not heard that one.
Spray's brown.
Yeah, instead of colour, it sprays all colours at once.
Kind of like a diarrhea spray. That's funny. You're funny.
Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna make a tour. I don't think I can afford anything right now, but I do like that bouncing ball thing.
I'm just curious what items in here are magic. I'm just experimenting with the spell Detect Magic.
You might be blinded. There's a lot of magic here.
Oh, okay, that's a bad idea.
You cast Detect Magic, and there are so many auras of varying strength that your head goes dizzy. You have to step out for a minute for fresh air.
The Frida has a seizure on the floor.
Yeah, it's an LSD trip. Wow.
Whoa, she looks like she's having a party.
Yeah, touch
great.
Fuzzy, get dizzy. If anyone gets that reference, they are gold.
Yeah, so you wanted something that can hit multiple enemies. The only thing that you could afford at this time would be Burning Hands, which would do 1d4 damage and can hit up to 9 people at once.
I can already do that as a spell.
Yeah, but
I know you
1d4
can.
damage.
And you would actually, as a level 4, you would do 4d4 damage with that. The level 1 spells honestly aren't that good. Tell you what, if wands are a bit too expensive for you, you could always buy a scroll. You only use it once, but you could get a much more powerful effect for a much lower price. If you wanted a level 2 scroll would set you back 150 gold. That would have significantly more casting power. Level 3 scroll would set you back 375, so you could buy like 2 of those. Or you could get a level 4 scroll for 700 gold. That would probably be so powerful that you'd wipe out the entire party by accident.
Well,
You guys probably couldn't handle a level 4 spell right now, like taking one to the face, I mean. Fireball is a level 4 spell, and
3.
is it level 3? Oh, nice. You would be able to get like 5d6 damage with that scroll, and it would hit dozens and dozens of people.
I think I shall wait.
I shall wait and pray.
I'm okay.
I'm okay too.
Why on my character sheet have I got like what looks like a little person next to the number on my skills? And they've all gone on minuses.
I know people who are wearing armor get that. They get like an armor check penalty. You're not wearing armor, so you shouldn't be getting that.
Maybe it's just a goblin penalty.
That's a size penalty. For you, because you're small.
But my stealth was on 9 before, now it's on 6.
Yeah, no, I don't see why you got that. I don't know.
Oh, is it because that the skill is not a class skill, so it doesn't get the +3?
No, he does. It's the kind of thing that comes up when you have armor on and you're taking an armor penalty, but he doesn't have armor. I'll look into that for you, but right now, you shouldn't be getting that penalty.
Yeah, they've all of them's just changed randomly.
It's all changed.
If you wanted, you could buy a scroll. A scroll would be much more affordable, so you could actually pick up a very high power spell. Like if you wanted Fireball, you might even be able to afford it.
There are a lot of magical items in here. What kind of things do they do?
We've got a bit of everything. I mean, What sort of thing are you looking for?
I like this stoner dro. I love it. Just too good.
I'm just curious.
Okay, we have all manner of magical accoutrement. We have rings and rods and staves, oh my. We've got
Oh my.
We've got belts, we've got clothes, we've got chess pieces, we've got magical glasses and stuff that goes over your eyes.
And the whole day goes with the list.
Basically every slot. I mean, there are so many items, I couldn't list them all.
There's an item group that goes into your butts.
I just pulled out a necklace. My mother gave me this. I realised it is magical. Can you tell me what it does?
What was that? I don't remember that.
You don't remember?
No.
I found it funny. Oh well, I'll leave it.
I, as the DM, do not remember what that was. The drow's gonna look at the necklace Frida shows him and he's like, oh, who wouldn't have guessed? When are you due?
What? I go red.
This is a necklace of pregnancy protection. It protects people who are pregnant.
Right.
My mother gave it to me. What does she think of me?
Maybe she thought you were pregnant.
He kind of smiles like, so, you like to party, do you?
And my ears go really red.
Druids party a lot.
It's like, you're going on your adventure soon. Take this, it will protect you.
Yeah, from unwanted teenage pregnancies. It would be useful in a medieval setting, so...
If you like to party, then I could show you some good places to party around town.
Yes!
I just glare at him.
The nerve of this stoner dro.
Like, oh, sorry.
Alright, so I'm sorry that you're upset.
Sorry that you're offended, jeez.
I'm sorry you're offended, bro. Oh, actually, if he's a bro and he's a drow, maybe he's a brow.
What would happen if a guy wore that?
Wow.
What would happen if a man wears it? Yeah, well, nothing would happen. It would just look kind of nice. If you're kind of effeminate looking, people might think you're a woman in disguise.
Where is this going?
Oh no, he was the one who asked.
This is getting to maximum awkward. Massive.
What rings do you have?
Within your price range, there are 3 that come in. The Prisoner's Dungeon Ring, the Ring of Arcane Signets, and the Ring of Spell Knowledge 1. Actually, no, you can't afford the Ring of Spell Knowledge. Never mind, you got 2 rings. Rings are one of the most expensive magical items.
Okay, and what did each of the 2 rings do?
The Prisoner's Ring is useless really without the Jailer's Ring, but if you have the set, then you can attune the Prisoner's Ring to the Jailer's Ring, put it on a person, and they lose their free will, as it were.
Ooh, that's scary.
So it's a BDSM thing.
It's a really powerful way of stopping bounty hunting, essentially. You could pop that on, like, say, a wizard and they couldn't try to escape. But the Jailer's Ring cost 16,000 gold, so you'd have to be really dedicated to the kink.
Why are you telling us these things? Because we don't have nearly enough money.
I know. I'm looking at the list, and that was one of the cheap rings, was the Prisoner Ring.
Okay.
The actual Jailer Ring is ridiculously expensive. So the Ring of Arcane Signets was the other one.
Did you say arcane sickness?
Signets.
Signets.
Like a signet ring.
Okay.
So the approximately 1-inch diameter pentagon on this emerald green crystal that otherwise plain silver ring forms itself into a specific rune, sigil, or similar identifying marker each time a person first puts it on. If the wearer expects this to occur, they can choose the crystal to adopt any shape you wish. If the wearer does not expect it to occur, it will mold itself into an image that symbolizes the wearer or some dominant facet of their personality. Once it assumes its initial form, it will always take that form when the same wearer puts on the ring. The wearer can, as a standard action, embed this image on any object as if using the Arcane Mark spell, simply by pressing the ring against it. You can choose the color and other cosmetic features of the image each time you use the ring. The brand is otherwise permanent unless removed by dispel magic, erase, or a more powerful spell. You can use it to mark...
A Counter-Strike tag.
It's a Counter-Strike tag. You can tag anything with it. It costs like 1,000 gold, but...
So I can't afford it. No, never mind. Don't worry.
Well, anything within 1,000 gold you can probably either haggle or...
Nah, it's not even that good. It's...
Yeah, I don't think we are baller enough to get a signet ring. Like, maybe later when we start tagging, wizard territories.
Yeah, when you get into that part in GTA San Andreas where you start taking over territories.
Yeah, right. So I leave the shop saying, sorry, I don't have enough money. No habla español. Bye.
Alpheus is silent and then steps out of the shop.
Can we go get drinks, please?
Alright, goodbye. Thank you for coming. Please come again for any of your magical item needs.
Yeah, we'll be sure to visit Wangs, and Wings.
Snork, are you still in the shop?
I'm waiting to go to drink.
Okay.
I just stuffed this necklace in my bra. It's like, I'm not wearing this. I'm gonna get more embarrassed.
And the drow continues playing his PlayStation on the counter.
He'll check Frida out as she leaves.
Oh,
Ugh, such a brow. Basic brow. Right, so I rub my hands and I look at Alpheus. Do you want a drink, boy? Do you want a drink?
yes!
Boy! I give him a high five.
So yeah, you guys will head to the Apprentice's Arms, the tavern inn that you were staying at before.
Yeah, do we see the 2 guardsmen?
No, they're not on duty
Aw.
right now.
Okay, I would have said hi to them and I said that I'm a wizard.
But yeah, you head into the inn. The guy behind the counter with the 2 mechanical arms is still there. He's just talking to a couple of the patrons. It's pretty busy as it's getting on to evening now, and there are some bards playing. Bit of pleasant music on right now. It's actually quite crowded.
What kind of music are they playing? What genre?
Progressive rock.
Tell you what, Ed, roll me a d20.
4.
They are playing that kind of country music with that twangy sound.
Uh-huh.
You know, the ones where they're generally singing about God or like their partners that left them.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, my ex is down
Live
in Texas.
Roll me a perception check as well.
Okay, yeah. Perception.
Perceptione.
17.
You actually notice there's several groups of bards mulling around the stage. There seems to be an event on tonight.
Live music, although live country music, I'm not so sure.
I'm thinking of changing bar.
Yeah, a lot of the other bards are looking very disgruntled that someone would dare bring country music into a city like this.
Should we just change the inn or the bar? I'm asking at the door. Should we just go to another bar?
The bouncer's just like, you don't like the band, mate. The next one will be on soon. They've nearly finished.
Let's go in. We know this place.
There's a bit of a contest going on right now, so you can vote for who you think was good, who you think was bad. They get a prize.
Is it like Deliverance?
Diddle dun dun dun.
I order fish and chips.
Da, 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 da,
Yeah, why not?
da,
You're actually you're not too far from the coast. Yeah, this is a battle of the bands, and they've got fish and chips and plenty of booze.
I buy a portion and a bottle of wine and a bottle of whiskey.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Alpheus gets the sausage and chips.
Berkeley steals your sausages.
The tables have turned.
Alpheus, bewildered at this, is like, arm wrestle for more sausages.
Arm wrestle for sausages.
Alright, you're on. You find yourself a table and you just start arm wrestling, and people who don't seem too pleased with the country music actually like, oh, good, something interesting. Alright. Okay, 2 dog men arm wrestling.
There's buff boys doing arm wrestling.
I'm just feeding some fish to my lioness.
I rolled a 16 in strength. Do I beat him?
It's a pretty good match, actually. I mean, they see these 2 fairly beefy boys, with one with a Shiba Inu head and one with a Doberman head, both of them kind of scowling and mumbling about sausages or something. Snosages.
Sausages. Isn't that what's in Snork's pants? Snossage.
They've got each other. They've got like a good strong grip. Their like muscles are bulging. But despite Berkeley having the bigger muscles of the 2, Alpheus is actually winning.
Sorry, can I bet on the underdog?
Which dog?
The one under the table.
Snuffles.
No, the one who's losing.
Alright, yeah, people start taking bets. Because they're quite evenly matched, it will take a while, so a round of bets will go by. The bets are in favour of Berkeley. He's a well-known person around town.
Oh, so actually, then I'll actually bet for Alpheus, because he's the underdog. I'll bet 5 gold.
Alright, the bets go round.
Can there be a bard group called the Beefy Boys?
The beefy boys.
There has to be a meme in this campaign by Steve that he has to figure different ways to say beefy boys or strong boys every time he has to say it when regarding dog guys. Here's a couple of beefy boys. Here's a couple of strong looking guys.
Strong lads.
Strong lads.
Right, strong lads. Yeah.
Here's a couple of strength dispositioned canines.
Deadlift Doges, the Jim Gruffs, and the Toned Terriers. Is this what our game is now? We're just...
This is what is now.
I'm gone.
You know, you bastards. I'm going to take these names and you're going to find random groups of animals who go by these names.
So what? We'll encounter the ripped Rottweilers.
Yes, their leader is going to be like a Rottweiler, and they're going to be like a street gang, and they've all ripped their sleeves.
Oh, God.
And they like just show off their muscles to show how much they've been lifting. And they've got like little tattoos that say like mum and stuff in art.
And now for the buffed boxers.
Oh, that sounds like a porn name or something. Buff boxers, yeah. Rough. Anyway, who wins?
Some muscle mutts.
Muscle mutts.
The muscle mutts.
Jesus
Oh my
Brilliant.
god.
Christ. Muscle mutts. Beefy boys.
The pump pedigrees.
The band actually looks really angry that you guys are drawing attention away from them. I mean, this is not a country music town.
Protein pedigree. Pumped pups.
Cardio canines. Basically, Alpheus wins, Barlam you double your money,
Oh, yeah.
and Alpheus you get some snozzages.
Snossages.
Excellent. Alpheus chows those down and gets some drink as well. We are the bicep barkers.
Yeah, you get some food, and the band that has been on, people stopped paying attention. They kind of got thrown off by the whole arm wrestling thing, and people kind of crowding around cheering for like one or the other. They just kind of slink off. So who wants to roll to see what kind of music the next band plays?
I'll stay because I'm excited for cardio canines.
Got to get physical. Physical.
Oh, is it like an 80s athletics show? You know what I mean?
You see like a couple people come on stage. There's this fairly overweight human with kind of long hair, and he kind of summons a piano.
Someone's a piano.
There's a couple people with guitars, and they start playing a power ballad.
Metal!
Very meatloafy.
It's very metal.
And I will do anything
No.
for love.
DM's not allowed to sing. No, we will not go there.
People dig this a bit more. He's got love tunes of some more kind of angry Rage Against the Establishment tunes, and just some a bit more rocky tunes. So
We listen to the second band.
yep, it's a good night. Different bands play different music. After the power ballad guy, you get swinging jazz, so
Sweet.
that gets some people going. You get kind of a weird one where their instruments have all clearly been magically enchanted, and they play kind of a metal track, so heavy metal.
Is it just all necromancer bards? Or warlocks?
You've got like an orc singing, like a full-blooded orc, and he's just got to roll growling the whole time. Normally you wouldn't think it's very good music, but with these kind of instruments, yeah, it works. And you'll get to drink, eat, and be merry.
Awesome.
We're going to wrap things up here then, with you guys having a party, joking about different dot-based strongman names, I guess.
Athletic groups.
That's kind of what you guys get up to. You guys have been through a lot. You probably want to rest. Barlam probably wants to hone his magic a little bit.
Yep, that's what I do.
Exactly. So, I'd like to say then to our listeners and players, thank you for playing, thank you for listening, and goodbye.
Pie.
Pile.
Hello there, it's Edgar with some post-podcast credits. Hopefully today's shopping spree hasn't quite put you to sleep, but has rather invigorated you with lots of derp or something. And trust me when I say next time things are about to get a bit hot under the collar. And now for the credits. In chronological order, Bing Bang Bong by Dave James and Keith Beauvais, followed by Jazz Funk by Stefsax Awel. Then Beach Beat by Richard Kimmings, Lincoln Grounds and Douglas Brown, Frozen Dawn by Sergey Gdanian, Artifact by Kevin MacLeod, 80s Montage by Wade Marshall, Medieval Anthem from Fancy Dream by Peter Crowley, Frothy Coffee by Robert Northcott, Crusade Industrial Hits by Kevin MacLeod, Sneak and Snoop by Jeff Lardner and Mark Allaway, My Sad Old Heart by the 126ers, Hooky with Sloane by Bird Creek, Romantic Power Ballad by Michael Norman Music Productions, and New York 1924 by Ross Bugden. All effects are by the Guild of Ambience, the MSSoundeffects and myself. Most tracks are free to use or have had a payment for usage, although some fall under a Creative Commons CC BY-NC ND license. Oh no, I'm regenerating into Steve!
Hey everyone, thank you for listening to the Band of Brothers podcast. If you enjoyed the show and want to be really awesome, please leave a review to let others know how much you enjoyed it. We're still a really small podcast, so this will help us get noticed by more people and help us grow. You can also spread the love by tweeting about us using the Band of Brothers hashtag, and let all your followers know about how awesome or stupid you think we are. fun fact, I am really bad at coming up with names for the NPC characters, so if anyone leaves a review or tweets about us using that hashtag, I'll be sure to name an NPC after you, so that way you too can be a part of this game. If you'd like to message us directly about either Band of Bothers or Charisma Check, please email us at bandofbotherspodcast@gmail.com. That's bandofbotherspodcast@gmail.com, all one word. You can also find us in most forms of social media under the name Band of Bothers or Band of Bothers Podcast. Links will be in the description for the episode. So from me and the rest of the Band of Bothers cast, thank you for listening and goodbye.